A recent New York Times article talked about how many of us are overstressed and that stress can actually kill.
Wow, it can kill. And here with 5 tips on how we can de-stress right now and live a more balanced life is health and wellness expert Jovanka Ciares. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Jovanka, that's a great name. Where's that from?
Thank you. The name is Eastern European. I'm obviously not.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
born and raised.
That's the accent.
That's
I like
the
it.
That
It's very
explains it.
soothing. I feel less
Is it?
stressed talking to you
well,
already.
thank
Very
you.
relaxed. So,
Okay.
go ahead. What is your specialty exactly? Because you've been doing this for many years. What do you specialize in?
I specialize in kind of giving people a little bit of a loving smackdown.
Oh,
and
wow. A loving
It is.
smackdown.
It's that kind of like a wellness advice that you want, but a little bit of a smackdown that you need before life or your body starts to break down and actually life gives you the actual smackdown. I'm there to actually help you get that smackdown so that you can prevent disease and live a healthy, happy, and beautiful life.
Did you need a personal smackdown? Is that why you got into the business?
That is exactly how I got into
Really?
the business.
Okay.
I was actually,
Tell us how you got into the
yeah,
business.
I was in corporate America for over 10 years in the entertainment world. And as I was climbing the corporate ladder, I also got very sick.
Oh, no.
And the only alternatives out there were either surgery or a lifetime of pills. And I was very young and I was ready to not take no for an answer. So I went back to school and studied and researched and learned. And what I learned changed my life forever.
But what'd you learn?
I learned that the body has a beautiful, amazing ability to heal itself, and that mind, body, and spirit are one thing, and one cannot thrive without the other.
So let's talk about stress. Why is it so fundamentally dangerous?
Well, stress is dangerous only when it's constant. We have mechanisms that we have evolved to deal with stressful situations. So back 10,000 years ago when we were being chased by bears and tigers.
Yeah, and dinosaurs.
We,
Exactly.
we evolved into this mechanism that allowed us to produce hormones like cortisol, like adrenaline, that will get us to that stage of like fight and flight.
Exactly.
So you learn to deal in order to survive. In today's world, we don't have bears and dinosaurs, but we have stressful jobs, and we have situations that with our relationship or with at work or with our body, something is not working. Unfortunately, our bodies do not know the difference. So if you are being chased by a dinosaur or if you're being chased by
Your boss?
A boss.
yeah, an
Or
nasty
Lola.
boss. Your body does not know the difference. So you're in this constant chronic state of stress.
I'm feeling stressed right now.
So sorry.
What can I do right now to get over the stress of my co-host stressing me out?
Me.
Maybe we want to stay away from people that cause stress. That's the first thing. And
She can't run from me, so now what?
well, there's a couple of things that we can do. And there's
Okay.
this one technique that I love to teach my clients, and I tell them to as many people as possible because it gives you a physiological response that allows you to actually lower your levels of cortisol and adrenaline and all these stress hormones.
And
it's
cortisol, for people who don't know, that's just stress hormone, and if it goes unchecked, it leads to belly fat.
Right, because
Yeah.
the problem is that when you're in that fight state, you cannot absorb nutrients properly because all the blood is being rushed to your legs so that you can run away, and so your body is not doing the proper things that it's supposed to do. It's very hard for you to sleep,
Yes.
which eventually will lead to serious problems. You cannot absorb nutrients. You know what will happen if you don't have proper nutrition. After a while, you'll start growing a belly. You may start developing conditions that will lead to pretty serious heart and health problems.
And you've come up with these 5 practical tips, and the first one is breathe. What about breathing should we
It's
do
very
to decrease
simple,
the stress?
Right? It actually, it sounds a lot more simple than it is. And there is this technique that was developed by a doctor called Dr. Andrew Weil. He's probably pretty famous, and most people know about him. And it's called the 4-7-8. He calls it the 4-7-8, and it's called like that because it's just a simple act of inhaling for a count of 4, holding your breath for a count of 7, and exhaling for a count of 8.
Okay, let's try it. Okay,
So
here we go.
should we try
Let's
it?
go.
Okay, so ideally we want to like undo our legs and put our feet in a comfortable sitting position and sit back.
Okay.
And you just focus on the sound of my voice. Close your eyes and just count and just inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 7.
I can't breathe. Okay. What if I get dizzy?
Well, that's the reason
do
why
it
you're
more.
sitting. So let's try it again.
Okay.
So you're letting all the air out. And we want to inhale for a count of 4. And we want to make sure that our lungs are filled only to about 2/3.
Did we say
we want to hold our breath, though, for a count of 7. So you're holding in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1.
Wow, I actually felt a little bit more relaxed.
I actually do feel more relaxed.
If you do that 6 to 7 times a day, ideally you want to work that up to about 10 times a day, you'll be surprised how powerful that practice is. Incredibly simple, but incredibly powerful.
Okay. So next tip, fully participate in your life. What do you mean by that?
All that means...
Aren't we doing that because we're alive?
We're alive, but we're
And we're
barely
breathing.
there.
Okay, really?
We're not breathing consciously. We're not here. We don't actually acknowledge the beauty and amazing things that are happening to us. A great exercise to do that is call someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time. It'll be very hard for you to focus on all the wrong things in your life. When you're talking to someone, you want to tell them all the great things that are going on in your life. And so when you do that, it helps you get back to that state of understanding how beautiful life is and how many blessings we have.
Wow.
I love it.
All right.
Okay,
But this
the
next one is very hard for us to do. Take a break or vacation from the news.
From the
Any news?
the
All
media.
news?
Well,
That's our life.
What if we create the news?
Yeah, not every day. I promise you, you can go
not every
back
day.
to, because this is a fabulous thing. We want to be aware of what's going on in the world. But unfortunately, when it comes to the news and the media, most of the stuff, we're in a media overload. We're so crazed with all this information that it's just a lot easier for us to put all the phones and the TV and the computers away for just a day or two, and maybe get outside or go out with your friends or with your kids. Do like a little game with your children.
But you know the surprising thing, and how can people deal with this, is they get more tense because they're like worried, I'm not with my gadgets, I'm not with my phone. What do you do if you're that type of person, you're so wound up in these gadgets?
You need a buddy. You need an accountability buddy. Someone that is there to tell you, no, we're going out, we're going to rent some bikes, and we're going to talk about our lives and let the air hit us in the face and maybe break out some sweat. And you'll be surprised how quickly a day could go by when you have great company.
All right, now think you're self-centered.
Yes.
What exactly does that mean?
So that is a combination of practicing visualization techniques with some affirmations. And affirmations are just simply sentences, phrases that are in the present tense and that are positive.
Like what, for example?
Like, for example, you say every morning when you wake up, you say, I am whole, perfect, harmonious, and happy.
I am whole, perfect, harmonious, and happy.
And that's my phrase. You can come up with a couple of little
Self-encouragement.
phrases that you memorize every morning, and they become your mantra. So every morning when you wake up, you have something to say to yourself that is positive and that will get you right on the path towards a centered, beautiful body.
Okay, now this next one I think everyone should do. Practice kindness and compassion.
Yeah.
Right. It is actually much easier said than done in this crazy world.
Got that right.
But it's also, the most important part is to practice kindness and compassion towards ourselves.
Oh.
We're not kind towards ourselves. The vast majority of the thoughts that go through our minds to ourselves are negative.
Particularly women.
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
love to.
my thighs are too big, or I don't
this
like
dress
my
is
hair,
not fitting.
this dress doesn't work. Yeah, we
It's
constantly say negative things about ourselves.
Correct. But so when you practice kindness towards others, it actually has a ripple effect, not only towards you, but also towards the rest of the world. People that are looking at you having a beautiful moment, a beautiful act of kindness towards others, also get this rush of beautiful endorphins and positive hormones.
All love it.
Now, besides these 5 steps that are very helpful, we're going to start practicing. You're also working on a new wellness program. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I have a program called the Sexy Belly Cleanse.
Oh,
and it's
what?
The Sexy Belly Cleanse.
The Sexy Belly Cleanse.
I like that.
Okay.
And it's just literally a plan that will help you find center, but also learn how to define sexy in your own way and understand that sexy is an internal job. It's not just about having a flat belly. It's about redefining your relationship with yourself, with the food that you put in your body, with the thoughts that you feed yourself every day.
Okay. And is it any exercising involved?
There's a lot of exercises.
A lot of exercises, but mind, body, like holistic approach.
Correct.
Okay.
It's all about mind, body, spirit. It's the idea that we are not just emotion. We are not just a pair of legs. We are all in combination. And when you work to make everything balanced, then life is beautiful.
That's beautiful. And where can we learn?
Yeah, where can
to
we
be
get
more
on this
beautiful?
Sexy Belly Cleanse?
Yeah, we're like ready. Like, where does Sexy Belly Cleanse at?
I am
It's
offering.
summertime, girl. We need a sexy belly.
Yep, it is. I'm offering a series of 7 free videos. You can go to sexybellycleanse.com to sign up and get your free videos today.
All right.
Sexy Belly, here we come.
There you go.
I'm ready.
There you go. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Breathe.
Yes, breathe. We'll breathe, and you guys keep watching Arise Entertainment 360.